Ayo dongeng, ayo cerita kisah dulu atau baru. Ayo dongeng, ayo cerita hikayat seru, lucu dan haru. Ayo dongeng, ayo cerita. Ayo dongeng, ayo cerita. Aku, kamu, kita. Awal yang baru tak pernah kita bayangkan, yang terjadi dan kita rasakan. Apakah kau mendebarkan, ataukah kau menyenangkan, seperti mendengar sebuah cerita.
Awal yang baru tak pernah kita bayangkan, yang terjadi dan kita rasakan. Apakah mulai yang haru, ataukah kan jadi seru? Dari cerita kita belajar. Beragam cerita, beragam pesan, selain pertualangan seru. Ayo dinikmati dan berikan senyummu
Untuk semua awal yang baru.
semua awal yang
baru.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello there, good evening from Indonesia.
Yay! Welcome to English Pop Storytelling Showcase as the last session of our celebration towards Storytelling Day 2021 with theme The New Beginning. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Widi Dwinanda, but you can call me Kak Widi. And I'm so happy because I'm not alone here. I'm with a special partner. Who are you?
My name is Ayo. So both of us will be the hosts for tonight's event, the
Yes.
English Storytelling Showcase. And we're about to tell you about 7 beautiful stories which were Indonesian folk tales.
The stories will be delivered by 7 Ayo Dongeng Indonesia talented storytellers, and they will not only telling story, but never mind. We don't want to spoil the surprise, of course.
No, but I can tell you, maybe...
Stop it. Don't spoil.
Okay. So, what next, Kawidi?
So we're gonna bring you all around Indonesia true stories in the next 1.5 hours. And are you ready, guys?
I am, but
Yes.
before we start, we're going to say thank you because this event brought to you by Ayo Dongeng Indonesia together with our partners Erlangga for Kids,
Parenting is easy.
Roots Learning Center,
Loading Squad.
and then also our media partners Metro TV,
Media Indonesia.
Koran Jakarta,
Nora Publishing.
and parenttalk.id.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
all.
you so much for all the support. And the first session, we're gonna have 2 storytellers. The first one is Kak Kiki and then Kak Nami.
Kak Kiki will tell us the story about Timun Mas from Central Java.
Wow, I like that. And then Kak Nami will tell us the story of Panyalahan village from West Java.
So,
Ready?
ready? Enjoy!
Enjoy!
Hi everyone, my name is Kiki and today I'm going to tell you a story. The title is Timun Mas. There's a woman who lives alone, no husband, no child. Her name is Mbok Srini. She was longing to have a child as she has this big love to share. And with all the wish she said, a giant showed up and offered something she really wanted. I can grant your wish and give you a beautiful child. Of course, Mosrini was very happy and feeling hopeful. But the giant continued, I will take the child back when she's big enough. Without further thought, Mosrini agreed, and then the giant gave her a small cucumber seed and asked her to plant it. Confused, Bosrini went home and did what the giant said. Each day, the cucumber grew bigger, bigger, and bigger. And there's something really odd about it. It's gold. It's gold cucumber. And then when the time came, Bosrini opened it and found a beautiful baby girl. She named the baby Timun Mas. Timun means cucumber and Mas means gold. She then embraced the baby, hold it, and sing a lullaby. Tak lelong, lela lela ledo, anakku sing ayu rupane. Timun Mas grew as a kind daughter who loved her mother very much. And because of the happiness, what Srini forgot that one day the giant would come again and took Timun Mas. And then the day came. This is the day I will take that child back. Unprepared, Boksini answered, Giant, Timun Mas is sick. You cannot take her or you will get sick too. Maybe he'll come back in a week. The giant agreed, did not take the risk. And then the giant came for the second time. This is the day I will take the child back. Still unprepared, Bosrini and then answer, Giant, Timun Mas hasn't showered yet. She's very smelly. You cannot stand on her. Maybe you could come back in a week. And then the giant agreed, did not take the risk. And now was really uneasy. She was thinking on how to help Timun Mas from the giant. She then met a man who has this magical power and gave her 3 little bags of secret weapon. Give it to your child when the giant came again. And then a week passed. The giant came for the 3rd time. Impatiently, the giant said, this is the day I will take that child back. And then Musrini handed this 3 little bag of secret weapon to Timun Mas. Timun Mas, my daughter. Timun Mas, my daughter. You are kind. You are brave. You are a wonderful daughter. Dear Timun Mas, take this with you and throw it when you need it. It's hard, but I know you can do it. Now run and be brave. Through the back door, Timun Mas ran to save herself. But the giant knew it and then ran after Timun Mas. So Timun Mas ran, and run. And when the giant almost caught her, Timun Mas threw the first secret weapon. It's salt. The salt become large area of ocean. Yet the giant is a really good swimmer that can easily pass the ocean and run after Timun Mas again. So Timun Mas ran, and then ran. And when the giant almost caught her for the 2nd time, Timun Mas threw the 2nd secret weapon. It's needles. The needles become a large area of thorny shrub. the giant has this thick and strong skin that can easily pass the shrub. So Timun Mas run, and run again. And when the giant almost caught her for the third time, Timun Mas threw the last secret weapon. It's shrimp paste. The shrimp paste became a large area of mud. And when the giant tried to walk on it, it was really hard. And when the giant tried to swim over it, it was really hard. Nothing could help him. The more he moved, the more he drowned. And then knowing that the giant drowned and disappeared into the mud, Timon must stopped. She then took a deep breath, felt relief, and then she come back to her mother home and start a new beginning of their life, free and no fear. You are kind, you are brave, you are wonderful children. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nami, and I'm gonna tell you a story. Have you guys sit back comfortably? Are you guys ready to hear the story? Great! Now let me tell you one. It is a folktale from West Java. It was called Panyalahan Village. And here's the story. A long, long time ago in West Java lived a husband, wife, and their baby. They were farmers and they lived happily together with their special animal. It was a wild animal, actually, and it has a sound like this. Roar! Can you guys guess what animal is it? Yes, correct. It was a tiger. That's right. The tiger was found by the wife when it was just a little cub alone and injured in the forest. So the wife took it home and then she took care of it. And now the tiger was super healthy, brave, and mighty. And like the other farmers, the husband and wife too had to go to work in the morning and left the baby at home. And of course, they will ask their brave and mighty tiger to watch over the baby. Every morning, the couple went to the paddy field together with the other farmers. They march and they march and they march while singing their favorite song. Mesat ngapung luhur jauh di awang-awang, me berkenjang jana bangun taya karingrang, kuku naranggo wasrejeng pamatuk nangeluk, ngepak mega barihi bernatarik nyuruk. Which tells about the joyful life of living in unity. In the paddy field, they worked and they worked and they work. Doom 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 shoof doom 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 shoof doom 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 shoof until the dusk came and then they went back home. Again, together they march and they march and they march while singing their favorite song. Manuk dadali, manuk panggagahna, perlambang sakti Indonesia Jaya, Manuk dadali, pangka koncarana, resep ngahiji, rukun sakabehna. Oh, they were so happy living together in harmony. And then, when the couple got back from the paddy field, the tiger was always waiting for them in front of the house, happily welcomed them with its wiggly, wiggly, wiggly tail. It was always like that, over and over and over, until one day, when they got back from the paddy field, the couple noticed something unusual with the tiger. You see, the tiger's mouth was full of blood, red, blackish blood. But there was no one home. Whose blood is that? Yes, the baby. The baby was home. And then instantly the husband suspected that the tiger must have hurt the baby. And then he said with his bursting anger, "Uluh, maung borok tokok." And then he started to throw rocks into the tiger. Jim, 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 shoof. Jim, 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 shoof. Jim, 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 shoof. Until the tiger was badly injured and then ran away and never returned. The couple then rushed inside the house to see their baby. And when they opened the door, they saw the baby. The baby was there, sleeping peacefully in his cradle, safe and sound. There was nothing happened to the baby. But underneath the baby's cradle, there was lying a big, huge snake. It was already dead, covered by its own blood, red, blackish blood, the very same blood like what's on the tiger's mouth. And then they realized the tiger indeed was saving the baby. Then they were truly shocked and regret about what they did to their faithful tiger. And then from that day, the village where the couple lived was called Panyalahan Village, which in Sundanese means the wrong guess. And then from that day too, they promised themselves to always seek the truth first before taking guess as their new beginning habit for the rest of their lives. And that's the story. Thank you.
Setiap saat berita bertabur di ruang publik. Namun hanya Media Indonesia memberikan yang terbaik, mendalam, terpercaya, dan mudah diakses di mana saja dan kapan saja. Media Indonesia Cetak, mediaindonesia.com, dan e-paper Media Indonesia layak menjadi referensi Anda. Media Indonesia, referensi bangsa.
Beautiful stories from Central Java and West Java with a hint of traditional song and lullaby by Kak Kiki and Kak Nami.
Do you guys like the story as much as we do?
Of course, Karyo, I like so much. Next, we're gonna have 3 storytellers in the second session. We will have Kak Wanda, Kak Putri, and Kak Lisa.
Wow.
Kak Wanda will tell us about the story called Tuwung Kuning from Bali.
Wow, and then Kak Putri will tell us the story of Nawang Wulan. Nawang Mulan from East Java.
And then Kak Lisa will tell us the story about Lamditi from Maluku.
Wow, so I'm very excited for this next story. So are you ready?
Ready!
Enjoy. Kak Wanda, we're having technical, so maybe you can unmute. Yes, thank you, Kak Wanda.
Bape tinggalin panak bape demen ngigelan demen megende. Hello everyone, my name is Wanda. Today I will tell you a story from Bali entitled Tung Kuning. Once there lived a husband and a wife in a village in Bali. The husband was a cockfighter. Every day he take care only about his cocks, feeding them, putting them under the sunlight, and cockfighting every afternoon. He dreamed one day he will have a son so he can do cockfighting with him. So when the wife got pregnant, he said, I want a son. I don't want a daughter. Give me a son. Of course she perturbed. Who on earth could control whether the baby was a boy or a girl? Long story short, the baby was born. The husband felt so excited to see his newborn son. But soon his excitement turned into anger when he saw that the baby wasn't a boy. The baby was a girl, a healthy, plumpy baby girl with round face and pale yellow skin. The mother named her Tuong Kuning, which means yellow eggplant. Since the father knew that the baby wasn't a boy, he stopped taking care or seeing her. He even got angry every day, every time he saw Tuong Kuning. He also got angry about his wife. Tuong Kuning grew into a diligent and energetic girl. She always helped her mother to keep the house clean and tidy. She did want to help the father to take care of the cocks, but the father always said, Go away! Magadi cai! Tuong Kuning also loved to dance and sing, and she always sing a song of a hope that maybe one day the father would take care of her as he take care of the cocks. Bape tinggalin panak bape demen ngigelan demen megende. Kakak kokok cara siapa peleti yang rumuan jeti yang kakak kokok. The father heard her singing every day, but he never cared. One day the father wasn't at home, and it was getting late. The cocks still outside. So, Tung Kilning took an initiative to move the cook. But unfortunately, when he moved the cook, she got slipped and the cook opened. So the cock ran. And the father just arrived when he saw what happened. No, that is one of my favorite cocks, he shouted. Go get it! Tung Kuning tried to catch the cock, but she fell down several times and the cock gone. The father became furious. I don't want to see your face again. Never in my life. Go away. Umi felt very sad. She went to her room and cried. She expressed all of her sadness into a dance. Apa-apa tinggalin panak apa meninggalan dengan makan kakak pokok cara siapa leti yang rumuan jeti yang kakak pokok. She danced whole night until her body felt light. The lighter, the faded, until the body disappeared.
Knowing that Tuang Kuning disappeared, her mother cried and cried, but the father didn't do anything. He just take care of his cocks as usual. But after several days, he felt something uncomfortable. He realized that he started to miss Tuang Kuning. He missed her dancing. He missed her voice. And he felt very guilty. He prayed that one day Tuang Kuning would come back. But Tuang Kuning never came back. And as a ransom of his guilt, he stopped doing cockfighting and started to take care of his wife. His life filled with regrets, but that brought him into a new beginning of his life. That's all the story. Thank you.
Well, hello! My name is Putri. What's yours? What? I cannot hear you louder. Yes, that's the excitement I'm looking for because I'm really excited. I would like to tell you a story from where I live, Java Island. It's a story of a widodari or bidadari, an angel. Her name is Nawang Wulan. So one day, Nawang Wulan and her 6 sisters came down to earth. It was such a beautiful day, and they saw a beautiful pool. They took off their selendang, their scarf, and dived. And they swam, sang, talked, they laughed together. They had a great time. And when it got dark, they knew they had to get back to heaven. So they flew back. One angel, two angels, 3, 4, 5, 6 angels. Where's the 7th? Oh no, it's Nawang Wulan. Oh, she couldn't find her selendang, her scarf. She looked and looked and looked and looked, but it's nowhere. And then a man approached her and asked, "Are you okay?" Nawang Wulan answered, "No, I'm not. I cannot find my selendang, my scarf. I cannot get back home." The man looked really sorry. "Oh my, it's getting dark and it's dangerous to be alone in the forest. Why don't you come at my house? I'm Jakataru, by the way." Nawang Wulan was actually really scared, but she couldn't find a better solution, so she followed. She followed and followed, and turned out the man was really kind. They took a really good care of Nawang Wulan, even though Nawang Wulan was always sad every day. But he was so generous and kind and patient. So she started to forget her selendang, her scarf, and she buried her hope of ever getting back home. Then she married the kindest man on earth. What could possibly go wrong, right? To repay his kindness, Nawang Wulan used her magic, her angelic magic that she used to help people when she was still a bidadari, an angel. She helped Jakataru by keeping her food storage plentiful. Even though they ate rice every day, still always full. Jakataru wondered, how come we still have so much? Jakataru didn't know. Nawang Wulan would only need one paddy grain. She would put it inside a bowl, and the bowl would fill with rice, enough for them to eat. But of course, this should only be done with secrecy. Jakataru could not know. if he knew, her magic would be lost. One day, Nawang Wulan went to the forest. She wanted to have some fresh fruits. Before going out, she said this to Jakataru. I need a favor. I need you not to see under the cover. Could you promise me, please? Sure, said Jakataru. So, after she put the rice, the paddy grain inside the bowl and put it under the food cover, she went to the forest. Little did she know, Jakataru was actually burned with curiosity. When she got back, she hurried to the kitchen and opened the food cover. There's only one grain, she asked him. You looked, didn't you? But you promised. Jakataru looked terribly sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Well, of course, she forgave him. He had been wonderful after all, right? And after that, she used paddy grain normally, just like we do, until one day, she scooped what would be the last paddy grains and touched something. What is this? It was my selendang, my scarf. Nawang never felt so betrayed. Turned out, Jakataru was the one who stole her scarf. And she couldn't get back home because of him. He trapped her on Earth. How could he? She stormed out of the storage and flew back to Earth. Orangnya na, orang ira, yang ngene tatine. But when she arrived in heaven, she felt so free. She can put all the hurt in the past on Earth. Although heaven was her old place, it brimmed with new possibilities. She's so happy, like me and you. And you know what? That place where Jakataru lived is now called Widodaren, from Bidadari or angel. Pretty, isn't it? Thank you for listening.
In a tiny island in Moluccas called Nuslima, there lived a great king who ruled the kingdom in the island. This great king had two children. The oldest one, a prince called Melian, a skillful sailor. Every time he sailed with all the islanders, the wind and the wave became his ally to bring home an enormous catch. The youngest one, a young princess called Lamditi, whose voice very beautiful. Every time she sang, each soul in the island would be captivated by her chant. An exception, a young man called Egel. And he fell in love in the first time. For his love was so deep, Egel bravely confessed his feeling to Lamditi, and to his joy, Lamditi returned his love.
But this was just a sad beginning for them. Because Egil was just a slave. He was brought into the island from another tribe. So he was from a lower caste compared to the princess. There was not even a relationship for them, a story for them. So they kept their love affairs in secret until Lamditi got pregnant. One night, Melian sailed away to the sea with some islanders, including Egil. At the same moment, the king asked Lamditi to sing a song. Because she missed Egil so much, Lamditi tucked her longing for Egil in her song. Knowing her daughter so well, the king curiously asked, who was the man who made his beautiful daughter sad like that? Sapa laki-laki su bikin beta pu anak parampuang, rindu begini. Trembling with fear, Lamditi replied, Bapak beta pu hati, subaku dapat yang belahan jiwa. My soul has found its mate. Dia pun nama Egil. Sekarang beta mengandung katong pu anak. And now I'm bearing his child. The king stood with anger, saying, No, I will never let you be with that man. Seng, beta seng kasih, saya pidang laki-laki tu. As soon as Melian arrived in the palace, the king asked Melian to vanish Egil forever. So in one stormy night, Melian deliberately sailed again. And this time, he made sure he put Egil in a small boat without no supplies at all. And he demanded Egil to sail in the rough spot at the sea. So in one single big wave, Egil was taken away by the ocean. Lamditi heard that Egil was gone missing in the sea. She was so sad that she felt sick. No one could do anything to help her. For days she stayed in her bed until one night she asked the king to accompany her to the beach. That night, the sky was cloudy. The wind was blowing hard. And Lamditi at the beach was humming slowly, almost like a prayer. Ratap naumu tandodung halnala fitisi wali warai trua welat lau malinan lelin mai. She was singing, as long as thunder and lightning rule the sky, our souls shall encounter again. And may God grant us to anchor in peace. And by then, she ran into the sea and disappeared. The king couldn't do anything. But Melian was trying to look for her sister. He was sailing for days, calling out Lamditi's name. Lamditi! Lamditi! But he couldn't find any single soul. He keeps sailing until he ran out of meal and hope. He was almost fainted when he felt a big whale rock his boat slowly, gently, and the big whale pushed the boat toward the sea, coming near to the beach. And oddly enough, Mel Ian was pretty sure that he heard humming coming out from the big mouth of the whale. When he arrived at the beach, Mel Ian regained his consciousness. And then he was looking right through the eyes of the whale. And he realized that the whale was Lamditi. And the humming was Lamditi's voice. Until now, the people in the Nusilima Island believe that the whale is the incarnation of Lamditi, who is still looking for her lover. And this is a story from Nusilima Island, Moluccas, entitled Lamditi. Terima kasih.
Whoa! What a beautiful stories from Bali, East Java, and Moluccas. And I love the different emotion of those three stories. So from that stories, we have a hint of traditional Balinese dance and also lots of local language with its unique accent delivered by Kawanda from Bali, and then Kak Putri with the East Java story, and Kalisa with the Moluccas story.
Next, we're gonna have two storytellers in these last sessions. We will have Kak Dita and Kak Bie.
That's right, and Kak Dita will tell us the story of Siap Salam from Bali.
And then Kak Bie will tell us the story of Labai Malang from Minangkabau, West Sumatra.
Check this out.
Putri Cening Ayu Ngijeng Cening Juma Meme luas malu Kepekan membelanja Apang ada darang nasi. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dita, and that was a Balinese song about the love of a mother. And this is a story that we want to tell you. We? Yes, I'm not alone, because I will be accompanied by my good friend, Uko the ukulele. So we're going to tell you a story about Siap Salam. Siap means chicken in Balinese, and Salam means black. So this is a story about a black hen called Siap Salam and all of her chicks. So Siap Salam had a lot of chicks, maybe 5 or 6. And the youngest of them all was called Do Glagan, as he had no feathers because he was so little. And one day, Siap Salam and all of her chicks were going out in the forest looking for worms, their favorite dinner. They are singing along the way. Naik, naik ke puncak gunung, tinggi, tinggi sekali. Naik, naik ke puncak gunung, tinggi, tinggi sekali. Kiri, kanan, kulihat saja banyak pohon cemara. Kiri, kanan, kulihat saja banyak pohon cemara. That was a song about going to the forest and looking at this beautiful scenery. However, after Si Absalom and all of her children were already full in the dinner, the sky suddenly went dark and the rain started to pour. And Si Absalom was so anxious. Mimi Dewa Ratu, Ken Janine, what do I do now? Look at Doglagan. He's still so little. He had no feathers. If the rain got on him, he would die, said Si Absalom. Then Si Absalom, Doglagan, and all of his siblings were looking for shelter. Is there any tree or cottage or house? And nearby the river, they did spot a cottage. They quickly ran to the cottage and knocked on the door. Om Swastiastu, called Si Absalom. Then the owner of the cottage came out. Turned out it was Mengkuwo, the evil civet. Now we know that the civet loves to eat poultry, which is chicken meat, including the meat of Si Absalom and her children. Om Swastiastu, called Mengkuwo. You are looking for shelter, aren't you? Don't worry, don't worry. You can come inside to my home. There is a spare bedroom and you can sleep and wake up in the morning and go home, said Mengkuwo. However, he was just pretending to be kind, as he already knew that he wanted to eat Si Absalom and all of her chicks by midnight. Si Absalom was also very wary and anxious, and she knew that the civet Mengkuwo wanted to eat them. But she had no choice, as she was afraid that Doglagan would die in the rain. Then she agreed, and Si Absalom and her family went into the house. In the bedroom, hours went by. Ken, Janine, Ken, what do I do? Then Si Absalom had an idea. Nearby midnight, she asked all of her chicks to gather and walked outside very silently. They arrived at the fence at the gate of Mengkuwo's house, and one by one, the chick flew and jumped over the high fence. One chick jumped, two chick jumped, three chick jumped, four chick jumped, but wait, the fifth one, Doglagan, could not jump, as he was so little and he had no feathers to fly. Doglagan was so sad, but Si Absalom could not leave him alone. So Si Absalom asked Doglagan to wait in the garden, while she asked all of her other chicks to wait outside and hide. She went back to Doglagan and she asked Doglagan to gather all of the black stones they can find in the garden. They collect 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 10 and 20. Then they walk back into the house in the bedroom. Si Absalom and Doglagan stacked the stones one by one so that it resembled a black chicken. Then they hid in the bedroom and waited for Mengkuwo. In midnight, Mengkuwo came looking for them. Si Absalom, are you sleeping? But, of course, there was no sound. Then Mengkuwo thought Si Absalom must have already slept. Then he opened the door, saw the silhouette of Si Absalom. He jumped at it and chewed and wait! He shattered, his flanks were shattered and pain. because he didn't eat Siap Salam. He ate some stones. Then Siap Salam and Doglagan could safely went out of the house and be reunited with their other family. So that was a story of Siap Salam. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello, little friends. I'm Bie. My story today is from Minangkabau, West Sumatra. That's why I'm wearing this headpiece. Do you know about this headpiece? Let me tell you a secret. Not many know about this headpiece. This headpiece is worn by many of the villagers who live near the rivers in Minangkabau. And I'm wearing it today because my story is about a certain mister who lived near a river in Minangkabau. This is only between us, okay? Okay. So there was a man called Labay Malang. In Minangkabau language, Labay means a teacher. And as we all know, before teachers teach something, they have to learn first, right? Once, Labay Malang, the teacher, learned a very important lesson. Labay Malang lived in one of the longest river in Minangkabau. And in that river community, he was very famous. And you want to know why? The children used to sing about him. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, Mr. Labay Malang. He never can decide. He can't decide what he wants. You know that every morning he would wake up and he would sit on his bed and he would say, should I drink water first or should I go to the bathroom first? And it would take forever for him to decide. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, Mr. Labay Malang. He never can decide. He can't decide what he wants. You know that after every single shower that he took, he would open his wardrobe and he would say, should I wear my black shirt or should I wear my white shirt? And it would take forever for him to decide. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, Mr. Labay Malang. He never can decide. He can't decide what he wants. Then, my little friends, on a one fine day, a neighbor lady who lived in the upriver said, Oh, Mr. Labay Malang, I won't take no for an answer, so I will decide for you. I want you to come, tomorrow at noon to my beloved son's birthday party. And since he didn't have to decide, Mr. Labay said, Okay. And after that neighbor left, Mr. Labay was visited by another neighbor who lived in the downriver. He said, Mr. Labay Malang, I won't take no for an answer, so I will decide for you. I want you to come, tomorrow at noon to my beloved daughter's wedding party. And since he didn't have to decide, Mr. Labay said, Okay. Then, the next day, in the morning, Mr. Labay realized, Oh no, on Monday, both parties, the wedding at the downriver and the birthday at the upriver, both would happen precisely at noon. Which party should I go to? The neighbor lady in the upriver, she was a very good cook. Everything she cooked is onde mande lama banara sonyo. Mamma mia, yummy, yummy, yummy. But the neighbor gentleman in the downriver, he always served a lot of food and gifts. What I mean by a lot, I mean a lot. All the guests would go home with food and gifts for the next 3, 4, 5 days, even for a week. Onde mande, banyak mana oleh-oleh tu. Oh my God, so many gifts we can bring home. Come on, guys. You know you want to sing with me, right? Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, Mr. Labay Malang. He never can decide. He can't decide what he wants. I can't decide. I can decide, said Labay Malang.
I can't decide like Obama said I can. Oh wait, Obama said we can, but anyway, Mr. Labai thought it wouldn't be hard to decide. Labai Malang went up the river. Row, row, row his boat up the river stream. But then, on the way, he thought, Onde mande, banyak bana oleh-oleh down the river too. Oh my God, so many gifts we can bring home from downriver. So he turned his boat around and he went down the river. Row, row, row his boat down the river stream. And on the way, he thought, but onde mande, lama bana makan up the river too. Mamma mia, the food up the river would be so yummy, yummy, yummy. So he turned his boat around again. Row, row, row his boat. Onde mande, ole, ole. Turn his boat around again. Row, row, row. Onde mande, lama makan. Turn his boat around again. Row, row, row. Oh my God, so many gifts. Turn his boat around again. Row, row, row. Oh my God, yummy, yummy food. Turn his boat around again. Row, row, row. Oh my God, onde mande, sakit kapaloden koa. I can't think anymore. He stopped. And what did he say, my little friends? Which party should I go to? And at that time, Labai Malang saw his neighbors riding their boats, some from downriver, some from upriver. They were going home. And they said, Labai, the party's over. Why aren't you coming, Labai? Oi! And Labai Malang sat there in the middle of the river on his boat with an empty belly and empty hands. No food, no gifts, no nothing, and no friends. So he went home hungry, tired, and alone. Labai Malang thought, I never want to end up being hungry, tired, and alone again. So Labai Malang decided to change. And he told his students about that story. And his students told their children about that story. And their children told their children about that story. And children told their children about the story. And their children told their children about the story. And my grandma told my mom about that story. And my mom told me about that story. Since then, it never took forever for Labai Malang to decide something. And he became even more famous in the river community. But the song about him changed a teeny tiny bit. It went like this. No more wishy-washy, wishy-washy Labai. He now can decide. He can decide what he wants. And that's my story of Labai Malang from Minangkabau. Terima kasih ya. Are you wishy-washy, wishy-washy like Labai? Can you decide what you want? Are you wishy-washy, wishy-washy like Labai? Now can you decide what you want? Are you wish
Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. So much fun. So we already heard all 7 stories from Indonesia, Kak Widi.
Yes, right. This event brought to you, but don't forget to say thanks.
That's right. So we would like to say thank you to our sponsors and media partners. So this event brought to you by Ayo Dongeng Indonesia together with our partners.
Erlangga for Kids.
Parenting is Easy.
Road Learning Center.
And Loading Squad.
Yes, also
And
with our media partners is Metro TV,
Media Indonesia,
Koran Jakarta,
Nora Publishing, and
parental.id.
Wow, and that's it. I think we were delivering you all 7 beautiful stories all around Indonesia. But before we end this session, actually we have like special guest.
Yes.
Because here in our live streaming to celebrate the World Storytelling Day.
Join with us, right?
Yes, join with us. We
Wow.
have international storytellers
Teller.
from Malaysia, the Philippines, and Romania. So we have Georgiana from Romania. We have Ping from Kuching, Malaysia, and we have Richard Dianvilar from the Philippines. And first, we would like to ask them to say something about Indonesian
comment?
performances. Yes, comments, because this is the first time we celebrate the World Storytelling Day and it's live streaming to the world. So first, I think we're going to kindly ask Georgiana, our beloved storyteller from Romania.
Hello.
Hi, hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you perfectly.
Okay. Congratulations, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful event, really. Happy birthday to all storytellers and to all the stories around the world. It's wonderful to see you again, Aryo. This is really great. You've done a wonderful job. Wonderful job. As for the storytellers, they're very good. They are very good, all of them. I love the fact that they use instruments, and I loved for the first storyteller really was wonderful as she did all the sound in the back of the story with the piano. It was really beautiful. Also, all the other ones had beautiful voices, amazing. Like all the Indonesian storytellers sing that nice. It's amazing, and you're really. All of you are very beautiful, really, really beautiful. So I love the stories. I love that the stories you've picked had a message and they're very educative. So it was really nice. I love that part. But also I love the fact that you used a lot of fun, a lot of jokes. The last storyteller was wow. I really loved it. She was really exciting. Sometimes some of you had a way of approaching the public that you can't see in a way that it's not a little credible, because if you don't have a reaction, you can't say, "Oh yeah, good, great." So that there were some parts when it was not credible, when you said something like that. You had you suppose that would be the reaction that they would have, but pretty much you had a really good connection with the public and you captivated us, all of you. And actually I put some notes from each one of you, but the main thing is that I love the way you all use motricity. You have the physicality of the story was really good connected with the story, so that was really good. And also I love to have a lot of fun during the story and to hear jokes, so I love that you did that too. And it was amazing that thing you did with the one story, that was wonderful, really good one. All of you was a wonderful experience, and I'm getting a lot of information. I'm more rich now than before as a storyteller by meeting you and listening to your stories and to discover stories from your country, which are of course different than the part of Europe that I come from. But also it was really beautiful to see you as you perform. So you're wonderful storytellers. You really are wonderful stories, and I wish you all the best and happy birthday.
Thank you, Mom. Happy birthday to... Oh, actually, this is my mom from the world of storytelling.
Stop, Aryo, stop now.
Mama, mother.
Mama, my mama. Stay safe, Mama. Thank you. So I met Georgiana way back in India together traveling, and she also did very beautiful and amazing stories. So it's so much fun. Thank you, Georgiana from Romania. And the second one,
Who?
we will have Ping from Kuching, Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysian and Korean is?
No.
Blackpink.
Blackpink, no, not this one.
Sister Pink.
Sister Ping, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello?
Ping.
Hello? Can you hear
Can you hear us, Ping?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
clearly.
Actually, I cannot hear myself.
We can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Okay, so maybe we had some difficulties.
Troubles.
So we jump into our third
Third.
international storyteller.
Who? Uncle?
It's Uncle Richard,
Richard?
from the Philippines. Hi, Sir Richard.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi,
Can you
Richard.
hear me, Aria?
Nice to
How
see
are
you.
Yeah, nice to see you also, Georgina. I'm so happy I see you. First of all, I am so happy that I'm invited to watch tonight's performances. It's very, very seldom that I listen to Indonesian stories in English. I think not so much when I was in Indonesia, all of you were speaking in Indonesian. So tonight I'm so lucky that I heard stories in English and I was so entertained. And it's so beautiful. All the stories are so beautiful. And I noticed that all storytellers, each of them has his own character, has his own style based on her strength. Like one has the strength with the voice, one has the strength with dance, and one has strength in playing instrument, and different styles suits different people, and that's what was amazing. And it was so diverse because each storyteller always have a different style. I'm I'm so impressed. It's so impressive. Maybe you have a lot of stories that you can tell the world. Sometimes although it's so nice that we tell our stories in our own language, but sometimes we have to compromise because not all people knows and understand our own language. So we have to compromise and use a language that we think a lot of people will understand. Indonesia is so rich with stories, and you have to share that to the world. It's so nice that you brought your stories in English because you need to do that sometimes because you have so much to share. And that's what was so incredible about tonight's performance. There's no I don't have a question with your performances because all of you were excellent. All of you were really superb in your storytelling style, and you should keep on telling stories and keep on collecting stories and interpreting those stories because you have a gift and you have to nurture those gifts. Thank you very much. Maraming daghan kaing salamat for inviting me.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Richard.
Uncle
Salamat.
Richard. Salamat.
Stay safe, King Richard. So now,
You too.
thank you, Richard. So now we're going to try again one more time to
Invite,
reach Ping,
Sister Ping.
Sister Ping from Kuching, Malaysia.
Hello.
Hi, Ping.
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Sorry about just now. The line.
Okay.
Oh, I think you have a bad connection with the internet because we cannot hear your voice clearly.
And freeze.
Yes, and you're freezing. Is that
I'm actually very impressed.
Oh.
okay?
I think the line still have problem. Like
Yes, okay, now it's very clear.
No better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to say, the young storyteller tonight is very impressive. They can act, they can sing, and the facial expression is very attract the audience. I I always admire Indonesian storyteller. You all are very talented. Where you find your talent? Need to teach our Malaysian storyteller as well. So I hope one day can invite you all to come to Malaysia and perform, and also like show us here how to do a better storytelling technique.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. So once again, thank you, Georgiana from Romania,
Uncle
Richard
Richard
from the Philippines, and Ping.
And hopefully you guys enjoying it and love even more to hear folk tales from our beloved country, Indonesia.
Yes, and by ending this English pop-up storytelling showcase means this is also the end of our celebration to World Storytelling Day 2021.
Thank you for all our sponsors, our amazing team who made this event so wonderfully run smoothly all day. And of course, thanks to you for watching. Stay healthy and stay happy.
And once again, happy birthday for all storytellers. But remember, we still have for this whole years, we still have from Ayo Dongeng Indonesia. Another stories will come up. Another stories will be live.
Special event from Ayodi.
Special event from Ayo Dongeng Indonesia. So please keep following us to get updated information on our social media in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and that's it. And Happy World Storytelling Day 2021.
And bye.
Bye. Thank you all. Stay safe.